Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about reports concepts. Okay, how can we design the input screen for the report? Okay, here three types of reports are there. First one is the classical reports. Okay, we can display total information in the single screen. Okay, so we can display all the information in the single screen, header information, item information. I mean, another supported tables are there like MARA, MARC, MAKT, KNA1, this all information. Okay, I am merging into single internal table and I am displaying the data in the single screen. That is called your classical report. Okay, the classical report, we have some events. Okay, some events we have here. First one is initialization. Selection screen. And selection on start of selection, end of selection, top of page, end of page. Okay, so like there's some more events also available. Okay. So like this, some events are there. Okay, initialization. First of all, what is event here? Okay, event is an action to do one particular activity. See, control break statements, we already discussed on that concept, right? So that is also one event here. Control break statements also some events, the internal table. Okay, so it will apply in the internal table. So at first it's there. At first means when it will trigger. Okay, so it will trigger at the first record of APE, first record of the internal table. Okay, so that is one activity here. It is working on that particular situation, right? So here also some events. So event means it is one particular activity. Okay, it will do one particular activity. For example, initialization is there. Okay, so what is the initialization here? Here I will take some input screen like tables VBAK, select options s underscore VBLN or VBAK VBLN. Okay, save it, check it, activate it, and here click on utilities. Sorry, go to table contents and selection text, and here I am selecting the checkbox here. Okay, now save it, activate it, click on back, and before that one, if I execute this one, it is coming like this. Okay, but here I want to give some block here. How can we give? Yesterday we discussed about that one. Selection screen, begin of block. This is sales information, sales order information. So SO I am taking, okay, with frame title text hyphen 001 I am taking here. Okay, so now I am closing this box here. Okay, I am closing this block here. Selection screen, end of block name is SO. Okay, now save it, check it and activate it. Okay, execute it. So this is the input screen here. So sales order number is coming. Okay, now I am taking one more parameter p underscore Kunal, type Kunal. Okay, I am saving and activating it. Okay, and I am clicking on utilities. Sorry, go to text elements and selection text. Okay, and here I am selecting the checkbox. Click on enter button. Customer is coming and text symbols 001 I am writing here. This is sales information. Sales information. Click on save, activate it. Why I am taking 001 here? Here I am taking text as 001. Okay, if you double click on this one, automatically it will go here. Here is text symbols. You can select the selection text here. Okay, and list headings also is available. We will discuss it later. Okay, as of now I am discussing about selection text and text symbols. Okay, now click on back button, activate the program, and here a customer number is coming, right? So here I am giving something value, default value. Okay. Default, the customer number equal to 12345. Okay, now save it and activate it and execute it. The parameter customer is there. For the customer I am giving the default value as the 12345. But what about the selection screen here? Multiple values is coming here. Okay, so how can I give the default values to the screen here? Okay, directly it is not possible because there is a multiple values. Okay, if it is single value then you can give that one, but that is the multiple values. How can you give, how can you give here? Okay, so in this case we have to come to initialization. Okay, initialization, this is an event. Okay, initialization is an event. So first event is that one only. So initialization I have taken. So same thing I am taking here, initialization. So initialization is used to provide the default values to the input screen. Default values to the input screen. Okay, either it is parameter or selection screen, whatever it is. Okay, so if you want to give any default value to the input screen, then we have to go for initialization. Okay, so first of all, select options is coming here, s underscore VBEL, and I'm taking. Okay, in the back end it will create one internal table or one work area. Okay, in the back end it will create one internal table, s underscore VBLN. Okay, this is the internal table. Okay, and s underscore VBLN, this is the work area. Okay, the structure will be sign. Okay, sign, it will be character 1. Okay. And option, okay, sign and option, it will be character 2. Okay, and low will come, low character 10, high character 10. Okay, so it will create one internal table. Whenever you write like this, select options s underscore VBELN for VBAK VBELN, at the time in the back end it will create one internal table by the name of s underscore VBELN. Okay, the structure will be like this: sign, character 1 and option character 2 and low character 10 and high character 10. So with these 4 columns, it will create one internal table. Okay. So if we have any doubt, then we will check it. Okay. Data. Just I am keeping the breakpoint here and just execute it. Execute it. S underscore VBLN, right? Just double click on this one. See, it is creating one internal table and one work area. Okay, double click on the internal table or work area, whatever it is. See, sign is coming, sign character 1, and option is coming character 2, and low is coming character 10, and high is coming character 10. With these 4 columns, it is creating one internal table. That one only I have mentioned here, sign, option, low, high. Okay. These two are fixed here, sign character 1 and option character 2. This is fixed for every internal, every select options. Okay, but low and high, the data type will be changed here. For low and high, the data type will change here. Sorry, the length of the length will be changed here. Okay, for low and high, it will depend on our select options. Okay, so for which field I am taking that one. Okay, based on that field, the length will be different here. Okay, fine. Now I'm creating one by default one internal table is creating the backend, right? Now I will fill that internal table. Okay, now I will fill that internal table. How can I fill that one? S underscore VBLN hyphen sign equal manually I am filling this one. Okay, this is the include. Okay, here include or exclude only these two only is possible here, include or exclude. Okay, so and S underscore VBLN hyphen option equal to. So you are passing a range or not? You have to consider that one. We have to check that one. Okay, and here from value to value is coming. Okay, how I am giving the values here. So first one is the 4969. Okay, 4969 only single value 4969. Now I am giving 4975 to 4980. Okay, I'm giving here single value here 4969 and I'm giving the range here 75 to 80. Okay, in between of how many numbers are available from 75 to 80. So for those all records I have to fetch the data. Okay, so one range is there and one single value is there. Okay, if you give single value, okay, if you give single value, then we have to pass here equal to. Okay, we have to pass here equal to and S underscore VBLN hyphen low equal to. So whatever the value you want to give here 4969, right? 4969. Okay, now append S underscore VBLN. Okay, so if you write like this, okay, automatically the work area S underscore VBELN will append into the internal table. Internal table name and the work area name both are same here, so not required to write internal table name once again. If you have any confusion, then you can write like that also, no problem. Okay, append S underscore VBELN to S underscore VBELN internal table. Okay, now clear S underscore VBELN means it's the work area only. I am clearing only work area. Okay, if I place here open brace and close brace brackets, then it will create as the internal table. Fine. Now I will copy this one and I will paste once again here. Control C and Control V here. Okay, this is the include. Now my requirement is this is the first one 4969. Okay, for 4969 I am giving sign is include and option is equal to and low is 4969 and high I am not taking anything here because I am not passing anything in the to value. That is why I am not passing anything value in the high. Okay, now I'm coming to the second one, 4975 to 4980. I have to display. Okay. Now what I have to do here, I have to take include only, and here we have to take between. Okay, because this is a range here. Okay, in between of these two numbers, I have to fetch the data. Okay, that's why I'm taking here between. And here low value is here 4975, right? I will change this number to 4975. Okay, and high value. What is the high value? High value is 4980, right? I will change that one also here. 4980. Okay, so save it, check it. Something problem with SN score VBLN?
Sir, 27th line VBELN, sir.
Thank you. Save it, check it, and see, whenever we are writing the code, we have to click on Pretty Printer. Okay, if we click on Pretty Printer, then what will happen? For example, here I am taking something letters, capital letters. Okay, something like this. I'm taking something capital letters or small letters and alignment also. I'm doing like this. Okay. Now I am clicking on Pretty Printer. Just click on that button. See, all the things will come in one order. Okay, the code is coming in one order. Okay, normal letters are coming in the small letters, and keywords are coming, right. So the keywords are coming in the capital letters, and unwanted space are removing here. So these all things are possible through Pretty Printer. The shortcut key is Control F, Shift F1. Okay, now I will try to display something data here. I mean, I will execute this one. Okay, here I'm keeping the breakpoint. Click on execute button. So once you click on execute button, okay, once you click on execute button, then directly it will go to installation part only, because this is the first event. Okay, it will, the first installation event will trigger for the first time of the report. Okay, click on F8 button. If you click on F8 button, at that time installation only will trigger first of all. Okay, so here I am filling something data. S underscore VBLN is taking here. Click on F5 button. I'm passing something value here. If you double click here, one record is coming. Okay, include equal to 4969. Okay, and I am trying to click on F5 button once again. Now double click on S underscore VBLN. See here, between is coming, and 49752 to 4980. Let us execute total program at a time now. See, 4969 is coming. Okay, 4969 is coming, and here if you see something green symbol is coming here. Okay, green symbol box and yellow color arrow mark is coming here. Okay, green color symbol means something data is available, something inputs. Okay, here 4969 is there, so behind that one some more inputs are there. If you click on this button, you can see here. Okay, 4969 is coming in the select single value, and ranges is coming in the ranges 4975 to 4980 is coming here. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, so initialization event. What is the use of initialization event? If you want to provide any default values to the input screen, then we have to go for initialization event. Okay. Now coming to the next event. What is the next one? Selection screen. At selection screen. Okay. At selection screen. What is the use of here? Here I am providing something information, right? Here Kunar is coming. Default value I will remove here. and here I will take Kunar number P underscore equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, Control S and F3 and execute it. See, 1 2 3 4 5 is coming for the customer also. Now what I will do, I want to fetch something data. Okay, I want to fetch something data from KNA1 table based on the customer number. Okay, now what I will do, select statement I am writing here, select Kunar. Okay, so otherwise I will take select star from KNA1. Okay, KNA1 into, and here I will take select single star from KNA1 into work area KNA1. Okay, work area KNA1 where Kunar equal to P underscore Kunar. Okay, where Kunar equal to P underscore Kunar I am taking. Now I will declare one work area here, data work area KNA1 type KNA1. Okay, I am declaring one work area. Okay, how the work area is there? I am declaring the KNA1 work area by using the KNA1 table. Okay, so how many fields are available in this KNA1 table? All the fields will come into this work area now. That is why I am writing here select single star. I am not taking any field here. I want all fields from KNA1 table. That is why I am taking star here. So if you want to fetch specific fields, 2 3 fields or 10 fields like that, then we have to declare one work area with those fields only. Okay, but here I am not taking the 2 3 fields like that, but in real time we should not do like that. We have to declare how many fields you want, that many fields only we have to declare here. Okay, and here select single star from KNA1 into work area KNA1 where Kunar equal to P underscore Kunar. Okay, now based on this select query, I have to fetch some more information. Okay, based on this one, I have to fetch some more information. Okay. So here what I will do, first of all, I have to check this one. Okay, I have to check this one. This is this customer number is available or not in our KNA1 table. Okay, if the customer number is available or not, I have to check. If I don't check, then what will happen? Okay, here some more select queries are there. Okay, so based on this work area KNA1, I am fetching some more select queries. I am fetching some more data by using select queries. Okay, so here I have to check. I have to check this P underscore Kunar. P underscore Kunar customer number. I am giving something number, right? This customer number is available or not in our database table, KNA1 table. I have to check that one. If the data is available, then there is no problem. Okay, if the data is available, then there is no problem. If the data is not available, then what will happen? So first of all, it will come here. The first select query will come here. Data will not available. Okay, data will not available. Then also it will go to second select query. Okay, here also the data is not available because it is depending on the first one. Okay, that is why it won't fetch anything. The third select query also it won't fetch anything. The fourth select query also it won't fetch anything. See how much time is wasting here. See here what I will do. First of all, I will check here the customer number is available or not. I will check here. If the customer number is not available, then I will throw an error. It won't trigger. It won't go next select query. Okay, it won't go for next select queries. So here we have to come for at selection screen on or at selection screen. Okay, selection screen on. I will discuss about the difference between at selection screen and at selection screen on. Okay. I am taking one more variable here. Data LV underscore Kunar type Kunar. Okay. I am taking single variable here. That is Kunar LV underscore Kunar local variable Kunar. Okay. And here at selection screen on I am taking. Okay. At okay, at selection screen on for which field you are, this is the validation purpose. Okay, at selection screen or at selection screen on, these two are using for validation purpose. P underscore Kunar. Okay, I'm doing the validation for this parameter. I'm keeping it in comment. Okay, and here only I'm writing one more select query. Select single VB Kunar. Okay, select single Kunar from KNA1 into LV underscore Kunar. Okay, where Kunar equal to P underscore Kunar. What I'm taking here? If I mean in the validation part, I'm taking like select single Kunar. Okay, I'm taking only customer number. Okay, you can take customer number, name one, ORT01 like that. How many fields you want, that many fields you can take here. But I'm not taking all the things. I'm taking only one field. Okay, select single Kunar customer number from KNA1 table. Okay, so I'm passing this customer number into one variable, that is LV underscore Kunar. Okay, I'm passing this customer number into LV underscore Kunar customer number, and where I'm giving some condition. The customer number equal to, I'm giving the input screen, right? One parameter I'm giving the input screen. Okay, that customer number I am passing to the KNA1 table. Okay, if the data is available, if the customer number is available, it will come to LV underscore Kunar. If the data is not available, then it will be empty. This variable will be empty here. Okay, now here only I will check. Okay, if size of RC not equal to 0. Okay, if size of RC not equal to 0, I will send one message here. Okay, message please provide correct customer number. Type okay. Now what I'm doing here, just save it, check it, and activate it. Okay. Now I am clicking on execute button, and I will keep the breakpoint here and click on execute button. If I click on execute button, then first of all it will go to initialization part. Okay, initialization event. So whatever the event, whatever the code I have written, that code will execute first of all. Okay, that code will execute first of all. Or after that one, it will come to next events. Okay, it will come to the next event, is the at selection screen or at selection screen on. Okay, as of now I am taking at selection screen on. Okay, now click on F8 button. See, initialization event is triggered now. That is why the input values are coming. Okay, now I'm clicking on F8 button. If I click on F8 button, it will go to at selection screen on event and for validation purpose. See here, it is coming inside the at selection screen on event. Okay, at selection screen on event. If you click on F5 button, so size of RC value is coming 0. Okay, fine. The value is available there. P underscore customer Kunar. Okay, and LV underscore Kunar. Okay, customer number 12345 is available in the KNA1 table. Let us see the data is available or not /YS11. I didn't check that one. KNA1 table. Click on display button. Click on execute. 12345, right? 12345 I'm giving, and click on execute button. Yes, record is available. Okay, I will take the improper data 123 like that. Let us see. So the data is not available in the table level. So I will take 123. Okay, I will take 123. P underscore customer is coming, right? So I will change this one. Okay, I will change this one to 123, not for 12345. I am changing this one to 123. Right now, once again, so the cursor is at 42 line. Okay, the cursor is at 42 line, but I have to execute 41 line once again. Okay, what we have to do? We have to keep the cursor at 41 line and click on debugger and go to statement is there. Okay, click on go to statement. Now click on F5 button and LV _ corner is coming. Just remove this one. Now click on F5 button. If you see here, what is the value of size sub RC? Size sub RC value is coming 4. Means the above statement is not executed successfully. The customer number 123 is not available in KNA1 table. Now I have to send one message here. Here I am writing something if condition if size sub RC not equal to 0 means the above statement is not executed successfully. Then I have to send one message like this. Click on F8 button. See, please provide the correct customer number. Okay. This is the error message. Okay, so the cursor will stop at that place only. Okay, the cursor will stop here only. It won't go for next lines. Okay, whenever you pass the E message here, okay, it will stop at that place only. It won't go for next line. Okay, that is the error message here, and this is for validation purpose. Okay, this is validation purpose. At selection screen on. Okay, it is for validation purpose. Okay, now if I want to give validation, okay, if I want to give validation for sales document number also, okay, if I want to give the validation for sales document number also, then once again I have to write here, okay, at selection screen on S_VBLN. Okay, and here also you have to write the you have to check the input value is available or not in our table. Okay, if the record is available, then there is no problem. If the record is not available, then I have to display one more message here. Okay, for example, I have one more input value, so for that one also I have to check. Okay, at selection screen on for S_Matner. Okay, so I have to check the material number also. Okay, how many validations you have to take? That many of our selection screen on you have to take. Okay, so otherwise here at selection screen on is there, right? So you don't keep here like this at selection screen on. Just write at selection screen, that's enough. Okay, at selection screen enough. Here if you want to validate the customer number, if you want to validate the sales document number, you can validate here only. Okay, select single VBLN. Okay, select single VBLN from VBAK into LV_VBLN, where VBLN in S_VBLN. If size of RC not equal to 0, and if here message will come. Message, please provide correct SO number. Okay, so here I am taking here like this, and S_VBLN I have to declare, right? So I am just copying this one, and I am declaring one variable here, LV_VBLN. Let's check here, activate it. And now what I'm doing, at selection screen I am taking, not at selection screen on. Okay, at selection screen on for particularly one field. Okay, we are doing validation for particularly one field, then we have to go for at selection screen on. Okay, if I want to validation